On this episode of Bondi Vet, the latest in cosmetic surgery for a Bondi Bulldog.
They're kind of, I don't know.
Don't say small. Just don't say too small.
They do look smaller than his.
Will this gift of blood be enough to save Motley's life?
It's pretty much touch and go now.
And Chris is attacked in his own surgery.
Just so annoying.
Make my world a better place. I can't depend on you.
I love being a vet in Bondi. You just never know what you're going to get. Some are shy, some are showy, but they're all characters.
Sorry.
At Bondi Beach, bad boy Elroy is giving his owner Bree a hard time.
My expectations when I bought Elroy were that he would be a quiet bundle of joy that would just kind of laze about. Unfortunately, Elroy is the most energetic dog that I've ever had. Elroy, come here. Sorry. I don't normally let him off the lead because he will just run off and jump on people and eat people's food. He's a nuisance, sorry.
Chicken burger.
Bree's called Chris for a beachside consultation to find out how to control her wayward bulldog.
I'm hoping that Chris can help. I'll do anything. No!
Good. Got a southern Bulldog here.
A Bulldog, okay.
Barry from the wildlife rescue group Wires has brought in a sick orphan.
All right, do you want to come through and we'll level with you? Yeah. There's no obvious signs of trauma, no signs of fractures in those wings.
Chris's first patient of the day is a seriously malnourished boobook owl.
He hasn't eaten for quite a while and he's been very weak and very distressed, so any nutrition you can get into him is going to be very welcome. And as you can see, he's taking it up beautifully.
Too weak to catch his own food, this little guy is close to starvation.
Give him some fluids underneath his skin.
His skin's so incredibly fragile too. He's got to find a spot.
Perfectly designed, isn't he?
I hope that's a look of thanks.
While Chris has done everything he can for the owl, his patient has passed on more than just thanks. The owl is infested with parasites and he's sharing them around.
Oh, I just hate, they're everywhere. They're just so annoying.
Pretty pale, isn't he? Yep. Sweetheart.
As soon as you see white gums in a dog, you know it's an emergency. She's been bleeding in her gums, so any slight bump, she could bleed. It's really in quite a critical state.
At Bondi's referral hospital SASH, emergency vet Lisa Chimes is trying to save Motley, a 12-year-old Shih Tzu cross.
She's just been rushed out the back. We really don't know what's going on. The nurse is out there talking to the owners now, trying to find out some details. In the meantime, I'm just giving her some oxygen to try and support her.
She had surgery about 3 weeks ago she had a blocked anal gland.
Yeah.
Lisa's hoping Motley's owner Helen can give her a clue that might explain Motley's internal bleeding.
We'd noticed she had a few bleeds on her belly, so we took her back up to the vet on Saturday morning. And that's when they did the full blood count, which I just gave you the results for.
She's only got a platelet count of 4 here. Yeah. It's not going to be very useful, is it?
Platelets are particles in the blood that help make it clot.
See, she's got bruising in her ears. So it's possible that the antibiotics she was given after the operation have triggered an immune reaction, which is basically attacking her platelets and causing her to bleed internally. We really are not able to stop the bleeding right now, but we can give her a blood transfusion to support her in the meantime. Maybe you just lie down. I'm going to make you feel better, okay?
She's a great little dog, friendly little thing.
Hasn't got a bad bone in the body. It's a sad thing, you know, part of your family.
Fight this.
Motley's life now depends on finding a fellow canine that can donate the life-giving blood she desperately needs.
He's too strong now, and you know, it was fine when he was a puppy. How could you not love him?
10-month-old Bulldog Elroy is out of control. Owner Bree is hoping Chris will come up with some solutions to his bad boy behaviour.
Simplest and most logical step is the fact we've just got to get rid of those.
They're massive. It's unbelievable.
What we need to do is settle him down.
I know, I'm all for that.
Chris believes Elroy's testes are producing too much testosterone, leading to his dominant, aggressive behaviour.
Elroy!
Castration is often the answer for male dogs who are running amok.
Sorry. Me and my partner definitely do feel differently about Elroy and his masculinity. I would like to have him desexed. He doesn't want him desexed. He likes the look of Elroy being this big, strong, tough guy with rather large testicles. And I think, you know, he might have what he doesn't.
In terms of maintaining his manhood and making him look masculine, there is an option. A few years ago, a guy actually invented something called neutricals. They're essentially silicone balls.
No.
Seriously. Seriously.
Who thinks of these things?
Funnily enough, Americans. Hi there, it's Chris Brown here. I'm a vet from Australia.
Hi, Dr. Brown. How are you, sir?
Oh, not too bad at all. Now, you're the man to talk to if we're looking for silicone testicle implants for dogs.
Yes, sir. This is Nuticle Central.
Chris is talking to Greg Miller, the president of the Neuticals Corporation.
Is there more than one, I guess, model of Neuticle? Can you?
We have actually four different models. The Neuticle Original, the Natural, the Ultra Plus with scar retard, and the Ultra Plus with scar retard with the epididymis. They come in literally quarter-inch increments. So, I mean, we can get it down to a gnat's knee, I'm telling you.
Elroy's Neuticals come with a price tag of $380.
I think we'll go for the Ultra in the medium size for Elroy. That sounds about right.
We can get that order out today. Orders placed today, go out today.
Oh, sweetie.
You're pretty flat, aren't you? Hey?
At Sash, Lisa's attending to 12-year-old Motley, who's deteriorating fast.
Her immune system has gone into overdrive. It's breaking down her platelets and causing her to hemorrhage. Right now, we don't know the exact cause, but she needs a transfusion if she's going to make it through the night.
Luckily for Motley, a donor happens to be right in the clinic. Milo thinks it's home time, but there's been a change of plans.
I need your dog's services.
Sorry, mate. Can't go home yet. Got some more work for you to do. Come on.
Yeah, Milo saved probably about a dozen dogs' lives through his donations.
He's such a big boy, isn't he?
How big? Dogs have 8 blood groups, but we don't actually have to match their blood types. Now, because of the way their antibodies work, they won't reject the blood on a first transfusion.
You're going to be a big helper for Motley.
So in Motley's case, she's never had blood before. We can get the procedure started straight away.
Really lucky that Milo was actually here when Motley arrived.
Yeah.
Yes, poor Milo's getting that in his neck. Thank you.
Oh, you big brave person, you. Yes. You brave boy.
Thanks to Milo's bravery, the life-saving blood is now ready for Motley.
She's a really sick dog. It's pretty much touch and go now.
Tanya! Look! Oh, wow,
Meanwhile, at the Bondi Clinic, vet nurse Mel is playing mum to a little runaway.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky. He was in the middle of the road. He looks good.
Like he's got a lot of energy, so I know.
The turtle needs a check-over, but right now Mel and Tonya are in no hurry to get rid of their entertaining visitor.
Hello.
How you going?
Hi, I've got a package for Chris.
That's great. Thank you very much for that. These are some well-travelled balls, that's for sure.
Elroy's nudicles arrive at Chris's house.
Well, they're there. Here they are. So, Elroy's 2 new testicles. They look to be the right size. They feel about right. So, Elroy's big day, well, it isn't too far away. This is the nudicles instruction manual. It's a very strange piece of paper. I'm sure Customs would have had a good look at this. It's almost like IKEA. They give you numbers to follow and an instruction sheet about the steps to take to make sure you get the implant in the right way. So strange.
He's not scared. Come on, mate. Plus, we've had him under a heat lamp, so he's all warm and full of energy.
This must be Chris's day for unusual patients. First, the owl that survived a plague of parasites. Now, a turtle whose GPS has clearly malfunctioned.
I think your mates actually got rid of you because you're actually annoying. They said leave home and run away. We're sick of you. I'm just looking for any fractures in the shell, any injuries to the soft part of him. He looks fine though, he looks in great nick. He's not dehydrated at all. You can see his eyes very, very liquid. There's no sign of it being sunken up or anything like that. A lot of people think they just have to live in water and as a result, if they find one, they whack it in a bucket of water, but it can actually be a bad thing for them because being dry is quite good for them. But they love to migrate. They'll walk huge distances to find new patches of water, new territory, and that's where they get into trouble because they have to cross roads and that's when they get hit by cars. Yeah, he's ready to go. You've got the right direction too. It is that way. You're good.
At Sash, Lisa's giving Motley a blood transfusion. It's a donation from Milo, one of the vet's dogs.
Her blood count's only 12%. The lower end of normal's 37% for a dog, so it is severely decreased.
Exactly what's causing the 12-year-old's internal bleeding is still to be determined, but the transfusion will at least buy some vital time.
This must be pretty scary for you, sweetheart, hey? You've had better days. Hey, Milo's going to make you feel better. It's been really handy having Milo here tonight. He's basically saving Motley's life, so if we hadn't been able to collect the blood from him and give it straight to Motley, she may not have survived.
After he donates and gets a big bowl of food. It's the best part about donating, I think.
Hey, Motley. Hey, Mr. Moon. Let's see your gums. Oh, they look slightly pinker, I
They are
think.
looking a bit pinker.
It's a very big day for Elroy and I. I'm actually really excited about it because I feel like it will be just so much relief at home and on our walks, and I'm hoping it will make a difference, yeah.
Elroy wouldn't be quite so enthusiastic about his trip to the clinic if he knew just what was in store.
It wasn't hard convincing your boyfriend that silicone was the way to go?
Not at all.
Just for the simple fact that he just had to be done.
I think every man likes silicone anyway, but he loves his personality, but he does realise that he's out of control, so it's definitely time to do something about it, isn't it, mister?
You are a wild child, aren't you?
That's them.
That's them there. Now,
They're kind of, I don't know.
don't say small. Just don't say too small.
They do look smaller than his,
They're
though.
slightly compressed because they've been in air freight.
Okay, cool.
All right, Elroy, we've got everything sorted now.
She's even too crazy to say goodbye to, aren't you? Huh? Goodbye. Bye, little one.
It's so loud.
While Elroy's about to say goodbye to his manhood, vet nurse Mel is about to say goodbye to another year.
Oh, what a shame. Another go there? what I like about this place, good hygiene. It's perfect.
Oh, damn.
Mel, you've had your moment. Time for Elroy to have his.
From cake to cags.
That's it, let's go. I guess the thing is that even though it's a slightly comical operation, there's a very serious side to it because he's going to be very tricky to get under anaesthetic and then keep her under anaesthetic.
All right.
Okay, that's all fine.
Because of Elroy's boisterous behaviour, it's an operation that has to be done.
I just don't really want to give him too many sedations to settle him down because it's actually going to make the anaesthetic a little bit more dangerous for him. Hey, buddy, come on. You behave.
Elroy, good boy.
Elroy, come on. He seems to sense the critical moment, doesn't he? All pretty regulation, really. Can't say it's going to be a disappointment to see you asleep, but you'll be fine, mate. You'll be all right.
The testosterone-fueled Bulldog was out of control. His owner, Bree, wanted him castrated to settle him down, but her boyfriend didn't want Elroy to lose his manly looks. Chris came up with a clever compromise.
So we've got our first testy there. Now, normally I'm just taking it out, but now I've got to be pretty conscious of actually getting it out and leaving enough room to get it back in as well. Yeah. So that's one out there. All right, Mel, can you get me the first of the nudicles thing?
Yes.
Okay. All right. If any wives are sitting at home looking at this, thinking that maybe their husband could go through a similar thing, think again. It's not that easily done, thank you very much.
You can sympathise with plastic surgeons.
The operation's turning out to be very delicate, and the nudicles are a snug fit.
I think I said it before, it's a simple matter of pulling one out and putting it straight back into the place it came from, but we probably almost overestimated his size, and it's proving quite a challenge to get this one in. So now we've got the nudicle in place, we're just going to stitch it closed. It's just so tricky though, because everything's so slippery, and it's made the surgery actually very, very difficult. So we're 50% there, one down, one to go. Now with the benefit of experience, this one should hopefully be a little bit easier.
Elroy probably doesn't care right now, but he's a pioneer. Chris believes it's the first nudicles operation performed in Bondi, possibly even Australia.
It's not often you can claim to be the first to do anything in Bondi, so Elroy should parade these with pride. This is the final part where we're going to push the last one down into place. Once we've done these stitches, then we'll let Elroy wake up, and from there then he's going to wake up to find something has changed, but in a way something stayed the same as well.
Motley! Hi, sweetheart. You're looking a bit happier this morning, hey?
At Sash, the blood transfusion has helped Motley make it through the night.
Motley was a very sick little dog, and without Milo's blood, I don't think she'd be here this morning. I don't know if he realises what he's done, but he's a bit of a hero in our eyes. All right, let's get you an ultrasound.
Milo's blood has bought little Motley some precious time. But sadly, the ultrasound reveals chronic heart disease. Shortly after, Motley lost his battle to survive.
This is a lot more picturesque than those main roads, isn't it? Huh?
Chris is now returning the wandering turtle to his natural habitat at nearby Centennial Park.
Beautiful spot. It's like Kakadu. Birds, ibis, you know, now a turtle. There you go, mate.
Hopefully the roaming reptile
water's down that way.
Will stay put this time and keep clear of major roads.
He's back where he belongs. Pretty slow entrance, but he's happy in there now. Look who's here. He's in about first gear compared to fifth gear normally, but he's...
Still groggy from the anaesthetic, it's a very subdued Elroy who's reunited with his owner Bree.
Isn't he very sleepy?
This is not Elroy. Oh my God, I can't believe how still he's been.
Different dog, isn't it?
I have never seen him this still.
Unfortunately, that's more to do with the drugs still being in his system rather than the lack of testosterone, but
I understand that.
over time this should be the Elroy you get used to. Do you think when you get home, your boyfriend could actually tell the difference?
I don't think he'll notice a difference. I think he'll be really happy actually.
Yeah.
So...
He'll be able to walk in with pride.
Yes. Most importantly, with pride. Yeah. Come on, Elroy.
See you, mate. He doesn't want to go now.
He doesn't want to go.
Well, he's left something behind, hasn't he? He's gone.
Good boy. Come on.
Next time on Bondi Vet, we meet one of Bondi's most eccentric characters.
Oh yes, you know, he's very bossy, like a little bastard, you know, to start off with.
The man spending every last dollar to save his deformed friend.
I'm going to have to go into debt.
And an industrial pedicure for a lame goat.
Hardly even hear it's working.